Right, so these are just some basic skills that you're going to need to kind of hone in and really work on, and you will hopefully perfect by the end of class in the year, okay? I'm going to go through it kind of fast. Remember, you can always pause the video, all right, come back and watch it later. There's 6 total skills that you need to really practice and be successful with for the exam, okay? We're going to use them in different ways. Eventually, they're all going to be kind of merged together and integrated. Okay, so right now we're just going to look at them as standalones, but please know by the end of the year, most of these are all kind of merged together and shown in your essays and your discussions in class, okay? Skill number 1 is your developments and processes. Okay, this is really just identifying and explaining what happened in history, what changed, explain the events, what happened over time, and connecting themes, okay? So for instance, the 7 Years' War, Manifest Destiny, these would be some ways that you would kind of connect them to bigger ideas and throughout time, okay? Your next skill is sourcing. So sourcing is where we're going to analyze sources. You're going to use HIP, okay? You're going to explain the HIP of a source and its significance. All right, so for example, this is a source from Winthrop when we're founding the Plymouth colonies. Okay, when he shall make us a praise and glory that men shall say of succeeding plantations, the Lord make it like that of New England, for we must consider that we shall be as a city upon a hill. All right, your historical context, your intended audience, all right, your purpose, all right, and your point of view. Okay, these are the ways that you're going to analyze sources, and these are the types of things I want you to think about and use, okay? Why would a sermon to his parishioners really, why would he say this to them? What would be the point, okay? So the intended audience plays an important role in things, all right? So does the H, the P, and the P. All right, claims and evidence and sources. This is really analyzing the arguments. What is the source really arguing? What are they saying? And then comparing that argument to other main ideas of other sources, okay? And we'll eventually get into that mode as time goes on. All right, an example would be, all right, one of my favorites, Abigail Adams, Remember the Ladies, okay? And the idea is she's pretty much putting an argument out there about citizenship, okay? And that if these guys don't watch it, we're going to rebel anyway, which is going to be clearly illustrated with Elizabeth Cady Stanton, all right, and the Declaration of Sentiments in 1848, okay? So argument and then connections. Contextualization is super important, okay? This is really putting the context of historical events and developments, what was going on, what was the setting, describing what was happening during that. Okay, an example is, all right, industrial capitalism, the rise of the middle class. How did the rise of industrial America lead to the rise of the middle class? Okay, more management positions were created to watch over the laboring immigrants. Okay, things like that. Okay, all of these kind of contextualize the main events, leading to more social division between the poor and the middle, and the wealthy even. Okay, all right. Next one's making connections. This is super important. You're really not going to perfect this one until second semester, but you're going to practice on it, okay? Using historical reasoning processes, so you're going to compare, you're going to cause effects, you're going to continuity and change. Analyzing these patterns over time is really important, okay? And then explaining what they had to do with everything and how we got where we got, okay? So World War I, how that fueled Roaring Twenties, how's the civil rights movement of the 60s, the second Reconstruction, okay? The idea is the compare, the contrast, and those connections, all right? Last one's argumentation. This is really your most important skill. The minute you sign up for this class is the minute you're learning how to be a historian, so really make a historical defendable claim, stand by it, okay? You know stuff, don't doubt yourself. Support your argument with evidence, read, listen to lectures, you know what's up, okay? You can do this. Explaining the how is super important, of course, okay? So, relevant, insightful, make connections across time periods, relate historical significance of things, okay? All this is really important, all right, as goes with, right, obviously, this information, okay? All right, we'll go over more stuff in class. Be sure that you're ready to practice this stuff. Thanks, guys.